That is a unboxing video of the Coltrane 58. I will post a link to it below along with the playlist for all that Coltrane 58 music. It's well worth a listen. I've been listening to it quite a lot recently and highly recommend it. My Dyson Hoover is not working. It's maybe decided to leave without a deal and go to Singapore. British politics, ignore me. So, what I'm going to talk about today very, very quickly on the vlog, and we might do some other things as well, is something I posed a few weeks ago and something I've come across with students in lessons, which is knowledge of the different B-flat fingerings on the saxophone. For some of you may already know this, it may be already kind of easy knowledge anyway. But I've increasingly noticed that people aren't aware of the different B-flats that you've got. So, you've got kind of the B-flat, the classic tune a day, the one you should always play, which is the A key, so playing A, and then the side key on the right hand side. Okay, you've also got bis key, which I used to get told off by my teacher Ray Wilkes for playing too much of it, but actually I think it's really useful. So you've got your B key here on the older saxophones, Mark 6, you get this on modern saxophones, they've reshaped this top F key. You've got B here, and all you do is you just let your finger roll down and hit this little key below it. And what I tend to do is keep my finger sort of halfway between the two of them. Something Keeley's hasn't been able to solve for me, it's been great, but is my octave key here. It's just deciding to stick all of a sudden. All the other pads are deciding not to stick. Now I've got Keeley's, but that one's now deciding to be an awkward. Anyway, probably just needs a good clean. So that's, you've got side key, A and the side key down here. You've got bis key here. This other one is playing the B key and then the F key. So the first finger in both hands, often known as front B flat or flute fingering, because it's the same fingering as B flat on the flute. Now if I play each of those three B flats, they're all pretty similar. You can also change it and use the F sharp, E or D key, or all three of them. Now, how do you go about practicing them? The ideal way to do is when you're practicing scales that have B flats, so that's anything to the left-hand side of your circle of fifths, you should try alternating between B flat fingerings. So, for example, let's keep it nice and simple. If you're playing a B flat major scale, start the B flat major scale using the side key B flat. And then maybe do E flat major now using the bis key. I'll probably stand up that you can see my fingers going. Maybe on A flat major now use the front B flat. It's just ideally generating different ideas, because what you will find is there are certain situations when a different fingering is required compared to another time, and it's basically good to have all three of them, and there is a fourth one of course, which is to overblow low B flat. Not quite as good as the other ones, but it's still useful, it's still there, and the idea is to have all four of them available to you depending on what situation you find yourself in. Now, through my experience of playing, the two I normally use the most are the side key and the bis key. I tend to, rather weirdly, use the side key more for A sharps and the bis key more for B flats. They are the same note, remember, enharmonic equivalents. But all of you should get into the habit now, if you're into flat keys, which if you've gone behind kind of like lesson 3 on the saxophone, you should have done. So F and B flat, you should alternate between those B flat fingerings when you're doing either the same scale or different scales, so that you've got a different approach. Now, don't practice each one of them the same way. Don't practice F major just using the side key, B flat major just using the bis key, E flat major just using the front B flat. Alternate each and every day as you go around. And when you do different scales, I've got to admit, I don't spend enough time doing that as I used to, but I feel pretty comfortable that I've got the B flats that I need whenever I need them. One thing he's been desperate to do all the time of not being able to use his wrists is to get out on a bike ride. So today's the first day we've had the chance to take him out. Well, it's just me and him now. But head out, fly the drone for a little bit, and then get back. Because I'm on the radio tomorrow as well. So just before my battery runs out, this bit we're here now is what's called the old Spices site, and it's just been bought by Huawei for some undisclosed purposes. Could be interesting over the next few months. Let's see if the drone will get anywhere near it, whether they've put blockers in yet already. So I think I've fixed the paddling pool, I think. We'll see, it's going to be very warm tomorrow. Just out now to capture a nice time-lapse sunset to finish off today's vlog with. The kids have found a spot for it. Let's see if it's good. I hope it is. That's worth a photograph in itself. But can I get the camera just where you two are just for a minute? Or not? Or shall I put the camera down here?
Looks like we're in Africa or something.
I need that hot. And what I'm going to do when I get to 1,000. Do you really think I'm going to get to 1,000 vlogs? Gosh, I don't know. I'd be impressed if I got... Mind you, I said that when in the very first vlog. I'd be impressed if I got to 100. So there we go. So just matching up the end of today's vlog on the time lapse. Thank you very much for watching. You can check out my last vlog here. This is what I was up to this time last year. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.